I don't know about anybody else, but over the past few years, I've become much more focused on money than I had been before. How I'm saving it, how I'm spending it, how I'm investing it, how the government should be giving it to AES and Great Lakes so that I can stop. And one of the things that I recognize is that while I was so focused on the dollars and cents, my real money, I was neglecting my emotional currency. What is emotional currency? I'm glad you asked. And that's what we'll be talking a little bit about today. And so if you're interested, just keep watching. Hi there, I'm Dr. Erika. And on this channel, we encourage radical change to inspire far-reaching impact. And today we'll be talking a bit about emotional currency, what it is, and how to spend it responsibly. Now, emotions and money actually have more links and are linked in more ways than one might imagine. Money is truly about relationships more than anything else. It symbolizes some sort of obligation. I pay you to do this and provide this service, and I should get X, Y, and Z. And therefore, it symbolizes a power to enforce those obligations. What am I getting what I'm expecting out of this transaction, so to speak? But there are transactions that actually occur in our relationships that are far outside of money. And they don't have that tangibility or kind of that physical evidence that money might in other transactions. There's no ping or buzz of the Cash app when it hits, but we sure as hell feel it. So this is what is emotional currency. It's the support and comfort and value that you give to others and that others give to you over the time that you spend with them. What you get is measured by what gets deposited in your emotional account and what the emotional benefit of the interaction, relationship, space, or thing is. So let's break that down a little bit more. So similar to maybe your income, you get weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, as in my case, deposits for things that you do at work, right? So that goes into your account and you now get to do all those great adulting things like paying bills, buying gas, saving for retirement, blah, blah, blah. But your account being filled regularly allows for you to do these things. Same with our interactions. We need to be filled regularly to be able to provide support and comfort and be present when others come to make a withdrawal from us, right? So there is some responsibility that we hold in making sure our accounts stay full, right? And there's some responsibility that others actually hold or the other things in our life hold. Now, I know this may make relationships sound super transactional, and that may feel funny or uncomfortable, just as talking about money is uncomfortable for some of us, but please just bear with me, okay? So we have some responsibility in making sure that our account is full. This includes taking time to recharge and refill, seeking relationships that really fill us, being mindful of what we spend our emotional currency or energy on. Now, others can make deposits that build up our account in the form of compliments or spending time with us or supporting our endeavors like brand new YouTube channels, right? Debits that are made can look like consoling a friend, going through a rough time, or talking on the phone for an hour instead of texting, or even someone not valuing your time or saying something hurtful. All of those can be debits that are made from your emotional currency. Now, while the first two do sound as things that you would do as just a decent human being and friend, they do still take from your emotional account, right? Spending time sometimes with folks can be a little draining, and they require a level of emotional presence and participation that expends energy from you. Another type of emotional transaction that can occur is like a loan, but oftentimes, just like in real life, we take on a lot of the risk with a loan. So loans happen when we do something with a slightly ulterior motive or a plan in mind that we might be able to cash in on a similar favor or similar ask from this relationship in the future. So just like loans in real life though, these can seem like a really good idea at the time and even a lifesaver in real time, but a bit messy when we really read the fine print and think about the impact that they're going to have on our relationships. So hopefully that gives some sense of what emotional currency is. Let's talk a little bit about how we can budget or manage it. The first thing that we want to do when looking at how we budget or manage our emotional currency is to do a flow assessment. Now, okay, maybe not that technical if you are familiar with real budgeting, but you actually do want to have a good sense of what you have coming in and going out in terms of emotional energy. So what are your relationships like? Do they seem reciprocal? Do they ebb and flow over time? Are they one-sided relationships? Do you have people, places, and things in your life that really pour into you and uplift you and encourage you? Or do you have people, places, and things in your life that are draining you and taking a lot of withdrawals from you? We have to really know what our flow into our emotional account is so that we can make sure that we can manage it and budget it properly. Next is the 50-20-15-15 rule. I know we're getting really technical here. All right, but it's a slight change for anyone who is familiar with the 50-30-20 rule in terms of investing your money, where you are looking at spending 50% on your needs, 30% on your wants, and 20% in savings. When we're talking about emotional energy, we've got to switch it up a bit. All right, so 50% of your energy should be put towards those things that you need to do, like eating, resting, going to work, taking care of a screaming baby. All of those are things that you are going to be expending emotional energy on, but that you need to do to essentially live your life and get through the day. Then 20% of your energy should be put towards things that you want to do. That's reading and scrolling through Instagram and pondering the true meaning of life. You should be getting fulfillment out of about 20% of the things that you are spending energy on that are just for you. Then 15% of your energy should be saved. So we are not giving all the good stuff away. Saving can look like saying no to something that you typically would have said yes to in the past, or only deleting that whole paragraph that you just typed out in that angry work email and simply replying, message confirmed, right? We are saving energy and are choosing times that we are expending emotional energy and really choosing wisely. And lastly, 15% should be invested. And so that is making a conscious effort to pour into people, places, and things that we know will give us a good return on our investment. And so that's why that flow assessment is so important, so we can determine what those relationships are and where we can invest that 15% of our energy. And lastly, we want to think a little bit about how our currency changes over time and based on what's going on. And so the fact that there are times that we feel really enriched and we feel like we have a lot more that we can contribute to our needs, our wants, invest, and even save. And then there are other times that there are things that are happening that really deplete our energy and kind of make that energy coming in a lot less. And we really have to be mindful of that. And so making adjustments in terms of what you can give, where you can put those needs to, will of course depend on what is happening for you. And so kind of doing a regular assessment around what's coming in and going out is going to help you to continue to feel like you can really balance it and be able to have some sense of whether or not you are good in the black, right? Or whether you've dipped into the red and are feeling much more depleted than you maybe have things coming in. And so doing that ongoing assessment is going to be super important. I'd like for us to end with some affirmations that we can speak over ourselves and our abundance of emotional currency. Ready? All right, let's sit up straight. Take a nice deep breath. Ready? Okay. I experience wealth and abundance as a key part of my life. My life is filled with health and wealth. I give myself permission to prosper and grow. I am an emotional currency magnet. I naturally attract good fortune. There is always more than enough emotional currency in my life. My emotional currency income always exceeds my output. I am wealthy in more ways than one. If you have enjoyed this content and would like to see more about how psychology can walk and talk and show up in your everyday life, feel free to subscribe, drop us a comment, or send us a message, and we'll see you soon. Bye.